Welcome back, Rimworldites. This is Chapter 31 in Harriet's story. The following events precede the calamities that befell her colony in the previous episode. Has she earned herself a respite, or has her tragedy only begun? Let's find out. The date is 1 hour on April May 6th, 5504. Now that the bleeding has been literally and metaphorically stopped, damage control can continue. The toxic fallout has been slowly withering the crops, so the remaining stalks will be harvested to prevent any further wastes. The colony already plugged some of the breaches, and Lyons continues with one such point on the eastern wall. Adventura, dutifully guarding the border, passes out to severe toxic poisoning from the fallout. Lyons sets down the supplies and drags Adventura back to the barn. Lyons also redistributes the mortar ammunition in the event of another external assault. During this time, a massive machinery craters just east of our expanding salon. At midday, though the poisonous ash continues to sink over the province, Beaks, Dark, and Slag set flowers at the tombs of Teddy, Huckleberry, Hypergig, Siza, Goodstash, Rennick, Streams, and Dark's wife, Cybo. Near the end of the night, roof cover is extended, and the river sandbags are rebuilt. The next morning, Lyons is smelting down the weapons of the tribal raiders. His work is unfortunately interrupted by nausea from toxic poisoning. The woes of Chapter 30 continue to seep into this segment as Adventura develops carcinoma. He now has a brain tumor due to his extreme poisoning. He will need to be treated with advanced medicine if he is to go into remission. From here on out, the remaining animals will be confined to the barn house. They are given a pile of corn and will need to be enclosed to prevent deterioration of the food supply. In the late afternoon, while continuing research, Crazy wanders psychotically due to mind-numbing boredom. At 20 hours of April May the 8th, two events occur. Firstly, Beaks finishes a large sculpture that will go in the research lab. Secondly, another air raid crashes on the graves of the honored dead. 5 pikemen and 4 lancers of the Kilioth mech hive begin to trash the place, while Crazy continues wandering in his psychotic state at the river's edge. During the chaos, colonists that were disarmed in the previous engagements were unarmed for this fight. Unfortunately, Dark, confused on where to run in the heat of the engagement to rearm, it's caught in the crossfire, pierced through the heart, instantly killed. Dark's tale is a particularly tragic one. He was once the leader of an aggressor faction. His sons died in the assaults, and he joined the faction that spared his life. His wife came back for vengeance, and died trying to escape imprisonment. He broke under pressure and betrayed his saviors. If there is any solace in his character's demise, it is that he died in defense of the colony that gave him so many chances at redemption. Now, at least, he can find peace. Though the same remains to be determined for the rest of Pixie's dynasty. Beaks, also due to the toxic exposure, develops dementia during the fight. Meanwhile, a single Lancer sneaked into the barn and killed Bad, the most valuable member of the colony. Rest in peace, little buddy. Your consumption of rations that fell off your own wounded allies will not be forgotten. Once again, the cemetery must be rebuilt. It is decided it must be moved, as the airdrops lock onto the trade beacon. The tombs will be relocated to the southwest, and a new security bay will need to be installed to guard this hotspot. Later on the 9th, the Empire of God is again calling for sanctuary, but Harriet just cannot consider helping others when her home is under such pressure. She must look to her own. During an intense storm, due to his sickness and discomfort, Lyons throws a tantrum and beats the shit out of the base with the butt of his SMG, and as the bodies are finally reburied, Wheel goes on an alcoholic binge to drink away his sorrows. With all the sacrifices properly honored again, Mackie also develops dementia from his exposure to the fallout. On the afternoon of the 11th, a spot of good news in the dreariness of Harriet's ordeal is announced with the completion of fabrication. Harriet's crew is one step closer to escaping this hellhole. And on this note, the chapter ends. On the following segment, we will see if Randy eases up, or comes in for the kill. Time will tell. Thank you all for visiting. If you would like to finance more episodes and eventually other series such as this, please support me on Subscribestar, Streamlabs, or Twitch. Links are in the video description. You can also be a big help by commenting, liking, subscribing, and ringing the bell on this video. Whatever you choose, I am grateful, and hope you are all safe, healthy, and fulfilled. I will see you on the next one.